by the fury of Lewis's attack.
What's happening, my people? It's Cat Sports again, back for another afternoon with the family. Now, as usual, before we get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. It's just boxing talk. We're a group of people who just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a podcast. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. That's all. Miss Cass, hashtag JBT, Mike Mazik, Crush the Legend. Salute to everyone. And welcome to another episode of Cat Sports, the Box Historian. Today, the junior bantamweight division in boxing. And you know what time it is. If it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's the Box Historian bringing you all that boxing history. Boxing is the greatest sport of them all. That's why we love it. Can't get enough of it. How's everyone this afternoon? Welcome to the Tuesday afternoon edition of Cat Sports, the Box Historian. Still early in this big week of boxing history. Getting to the end of our divisions now. We've come all the way to heavyweight. We're at junior bantamweight / super flyweight, 115, We just, we've covered every division down to here so far. We got like 4 left. flyweight, junior flyweight, strawweight, 3 left. But anyway, we're going to talk about a little history of junior bantamweight today. Some of the all-time greats that competed in the division. The current top 10 fighters that's fighting right now in the division. Some other significant events concerning the 115-pound weight division. Highlight the boxing history. Just a little segment from 2230. Talk about some specific thing about this boxing. Today, we're going to talk about, actually answer a question. What was the, which was the best time of boxing? Was it in the 1900s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or 2000 to 2023? You know, we're gonna talk about that today from 2 to 2:30, because you know, way back in the 1900s, we had some great boxers. When the 1900s started, we had those black pioneers in the sport like Joe Gans, George Dixon, Barbados Joe Walcott. You know, those guys. And as we got up to the 20s, you know, well, Jack Johnson came a little earlier, 1900s, between 1900 and 1920. Then we got Jack Dempsey and Harry Greb and all those guys. Gene Tunney. In the 30s, Joe Louis came along, Henry Armstrong. Sugar Ray came in the 40s. That 6-fight series with him and Jake LaMotta. We had all those great middleweights in the 50s, remember? And then the 60s, Cassius Clay came in. Later became Muhammad Ali. And we had that great Olympic run in the 60s where we had Cassius Clay winning in Rome in 60, the gold medal. Joe Frazier got the gold medal in 64 in Tokyo, Japan. That was incredible because remember, Joe Frazier broke his hand. Well, Joe Frazier wasn't even supposed to be there, remember? But Buster Mathis wasn't really all that serious about it. Joe Frazier lost the final match to see who was going to represent heavyweight to Buster Mathis. And Joe was an alternate, and he was kind of down and wasn't going to go to the Olympics, but his team talked him into going. And guess what? He ended up on the team. You know, he had to replace Buster Mathis. And Joe got all the way to the semifinals and won the semifinal match, but he broke his left thumb on their left hook hand, right? But Joe didn't tell nobody because Joe knew if he told them, they was going to pull him out of the gold medal match. Joe went in the gold medal match with a broken thumb and won it. Broken thumb on his left hook hand, right? Incredible. Then 68, Big George Foreman, 18 years old, only 21 amateur fights. In the gold medal match against a veteran Russian fighter with hundreds of amateur fights. You know how they do it in Eastern Germany. George took the gold medal though. And they all three became heavyweight champions, fought each other in the heavyweight division, right? Got to the 70s. You know, Muhammad Ali, the resurrection, when he had his license taken away from him in the 60s, missed his prime, stood up for what he believed in, stood on principle, you know. And then he came back in the 70s and had another second half of his career. Incredible. Came back and became champion again. And that was a period of all those great heavyweights. Ali, Frazier, Foreman, Norton, the Quarries, George Chivallo. Can't forget Sonny Liston, what he did in the 60s. You know, Sonny was the most intimidating boxer ever. Then the 80s, Four Kings. Four Kings came along at the perfect time because, you know, that was when those heavyweights from the 70s was leaving the sport, you know, like Ali, Frazier, all those guys. And boxing needed a shot in the arm. And what a time for the Four Kings to come along. And of course, Iron Mike Tyson came in the 80s too, remember? So boxing was okay. The heavyweight division was still strong. Not as strong as it was in the 70s, but yeah, it was still strong as we got into the 90s with Mike Tyson and Holyfield, Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis. Heavyweight division was still in good shape, okay? Big George came back, remember? And then we had Oscar came in the 90s. Sweet Pea was going strong. Julio Cesar Chavez. Well, Sweet Pea and Julio came in the 80s, but they, you know, They had some big fights. Big part of their career was in the 90s too. Floyd came in the late 90s. James Lights Out Tony, Roy Jones, B-Hop. Yeah. Which was the best period though, you know? Who can forget Manny Pacquiao, the way he went from 2000 to 2010? Definitely the boxer of the decade. Floyd had a few big fights in there. The Oscar fight, Ricky Hatton, and then up to now. So let's talk about it. Which was the best time of boxing? Now, every time period had their great champions, right? They all did. But, me, myself, I had old school thoughts on boxing, back before around the mid 70s. But back before the mid 70s, few champions lost the titles on points in close matches. Years ago, you had to really beat the champion to take his title. You wasn't getting no title on no split decision. Okay, you had to take a champion's title. And I'm old school, so I look at those as the best days. Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali, Carlos Monzon, Rocky Marciano. Now, all-time periods had their champions, and many of them were great in their day, right? But the game has had some changes over the years, right? And can't imagine Tyson battling Deontay Wilder. Talk about a size mismatch. And as good as Marciano was, he wouldn't even be a heavyweight today. He'd probably be cruiserweight, right? Rocky never fought over 200. He fought like in the 180s. The Rock did, okay? And you watch some of those old fights, you will see what I mean. Now, determining the best time for boxing is subjective and often depends on personal preferences, including the boxer's styles and major events that resonate with fans. Now, let's look at a breakdown of notable eras in boxing history. 1900s to 1970s. The golden age of the heavyweights. This era saw legendary fighters like Jack Johnson, Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali. The sport gained immense popularity, and Ali's rivalries and charisma brought boxing into the mainstream. Yes, it did. Diverse talent. Not only heavyweights, but also greats in lighter divisions, like Sugar Ray Robinson. We had some prominent fighters in the other divisions too, not just heavyweight. And the competition was fierce, leading to memorable fights and rivalries. The Four Kings. Okay, the Four Kings. This decade featured a golden era for welterweights and middleweights, the 80s, right? With fighters like Marvin Hagler, Thomas Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Roberto Duran. I heard this morning, I ain't gonna say no names, but some guy gonna say, take the title Hands of Stone from Roberto Duran and give it to Artur Beterbiev. He had to be joking. And this guy wasn't a casual, so he had to be joking. Artur Beterbiev wouldn't be allowed to carry Roberto Duran's spit bucket to the ring, okay? Let me repeat that. Artur Beterbiev wouldn't even be allowed to carry Roberto Duran's spit bucket to the ring. We're talking about Artur Beterbiev with just 21 fights. Roberto Duran fought in parts of 5 decades, man. No comparison. The guy had to be joking. GTFOH. Get the flip out of here. That's blasphemy, man. Compare Artur Beterbiev to Roberto Duran? Come on, man. He had to be joking, because the guy wasn't a casual that said it. I had to leave out of the live when I heard that. Come on, man. Artur Beterbiev to the legendary Roberto Duran? Had to be joking. But let's continue. Yeah, the Four Kings fights are considered some of the greatest in boxing history. You have to say, Mr. Duran, can I carry your spit bucket? Increased popularity. Boxing saw a surge in viewership and pay-per-view events, contributing to its cultural significance. 1990s. Had another, we had that great heavyweight period in the 70s We had another heavyweight boom in the 90s, remember? Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, and later Lennox Lewis dominated the heavyweight scene in the 90s. Tyson's early career was particularly electrifying, capturing the public's imagination. And we had the emergence of new stars in the 90s. The decade also saw the rise of stars in various weight classes, not just heavyweight, including the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, and Felix Tito Trinidad. So 2000 to 2023, diverse champions. Now this period has seen a mix of rising stars and established champions across various weight classes, including Floyd Mayweather, we're talking about 2000 up to now, remember, including Floyd Mayweather Jr., Manny Pacquiao, and Canelo Alvarez. Okay? Now, globalization and technology. Boxing in between 2000 and 2023, boxing became more global, with fighters from different countries gaining prominence. Advances in technology allowed for better coverage and promotion of fights. That was key. You know, the social media era, and allowed for advances in technology. But technology allowed for better coverage and promotion of fights, primarily the social media era that we're in now. Now, each era has its own unique appeal, with the 1980s often celebrated for its thrilling rivalries and the 1970s for its iconic heavyweight battles. And the 2000s and beyond have brought a new generation of talent and a more global perspective to the sport. Ultimately, the best time varies from fan to fan, depending on the aspects of boxing each particular fan values the most, okay? So it's really subjective, okay? Depending on the fan and their values. As to what era you prefer. Me, late 60s, 70s, 80s, okay? But I'm sure somebody below 40 would probably say 2000s to 2023. And somebody in their 20s would definitely say like 2015 to now. So it depends on the fan, right? It's a very subjective conversation. Now, which boxers from the 1980s do you think had the most significant impact on the sport? From the 1980s. We got about 5 or 10 minutes before we get into the show. Let's talk about that. Now, the 1980s were a transformative decade for boxing, featuring several boxers who had a profound impact on the sport. Here are some of the most significant figures from the era of the 80s. Sugar Ray Leonard, remember? A major star of the 80s. And Leonard was known for his charisma, skill, and the ability to engage in high-profile fights. His fights against Thomas Hearns and Roberto Duran are legendary and helped elevate boxing's popularity. Marvin Hagler, talking about some stars that had a big impact in the 80s. Marvin Hagler. As the undisputed middleweight champion, Hagler was known for his toughness and powerful fighting style. His fights, particularly against Leonard and Hearns, are considered some of the greatest in boxing history. Thomas Hearns, known as the Hitman, Hearns was the first fighter to win world titles in 4 different weight classes. His explosive power and significant fights against other top fighters made him a key figure in the sport during that era. And you know who coming next? Roberto, the Hands of Stone Duran. No, Roberto, the Hands of Stone Duran. Compare him to Artur Beterbiev, man. You know, come on, man. I'm still pissed off about that. This is a guy that knows boxing, man. How the hell are you going to take the Hands of Stone from Roberto Duran and give it to Artur Beterbiev? Artur Beterbiev is a novice compared to Roberto Duran, a prospect compared to Roberto Duran. And remember, Roberto Duran fought at light heavyweight now. Roberto Duran went from lightweight all the way up 135 to 175. Artur Beterbiev, what's he fought at? 175? And amateurs? Come on, man. Like I said, Artur Beterbiev couldn't even carry Roberto Duran's spit bucket to the ring. Okay? Come on, man. But Duran's ferocity and skill earned him the nickname Manos de Piedra, or the Hands of Stone. His historic rivalry with Sugar Ray Leonard and his ability to fight in multiple weight classes made him a boxing legend. Artur Beterbiev ain't no damn boxing legend. The man only got 21 fights. Roberto Duran got like got over 100 fights, 5 times more fights. Okay? You can take Roberto Duran's first 20 fights and he's more legendary than Artur Beterbiev. Come on, man. That's very disrespectful. Take the Hands of Stone from Roberto Duran and give it to Artur Beterbiev. Don't get me wrong, Beterbiev is a good fighter, but there's no comparison between him and Roberto Duran. Come on, man. What's up, Mike, man? Salute. How you doing today? Yeah, this guy pissed me off this morning, Mike, trying to compare Artur Beterbiev to Roberto Duran. Come on, man. No comparison. One is a legend. One is just a champion with 21 fights. Artur Beterbiev had to fight like 50 more years to even get in the neighborhood of Roberto Duran. He'll never get there. He'll probably get in the Hall of Fame because he was 4-belt undisputed, Beterbiev was, but not in the conversation with no Roberto Duran, man. Not even in the ballpark. Not even in the same ballpark. But Mike Tyson, we talked about some fighters that had a big impact in the 80s. Iron Mike Tyson. And then we're going to get ready to get started with the junior bantamweight division. Now, Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in history at age 20. His ferocious style and knockout power captivated audiences, bringing renewed interest to the heavyweight division. And he came along at a perfect time because, like I was saying, that was when all those great heavyweights from the golden era of heavyweight division in the 70s were leaving the sport, and boxing needed a shot in the arm, and we got the Four Kings and Mike Tyson. So boxing was okay in the 80s. Oscar De La Hoya, while he rose to fame in the late 80s, well, Oscar came in early 90s really. Oscar beginnings in the 80s laid the groundwork. He was an amateur for his eventual status as a major boxing star and promoter, because he didn't win the Olympics till 92. So Oscar really didn't come along till the 90s. But around that time, Oscar was good for boxing. Now Floyd didn't come in until 96, late 90s. But these boxers not only achieved great success in the ring, but also contributed to the sport's popularity and legacy. Their rivalries, skills, and personalities helped define boxing in the 1980s and the early 90s and influence future generations of fighters. All right. Okay, let's get ready to talk about the junior bantamweight division today. That was just a little segment, a little brief boxing history, 2 to 230, that's all. But like I said, whatever you prefer, it really depends on your age. It's very subjective. It depends on your age and what kind of boxing you prefer and that type of thing. And there's no really right answer to it. No really best era. It just depends on the fan. It varies. Very subjective question. Okay? Now, let's get ready to get into the show for today. Still early in this week of boxing history. Tomorrow, we're going to touch on that slick African-American boxing styles. We've been going over boxing styles on Wednesdays. Brought to you by Thomas Hill. We had what did we have? Crush the Legend, Salute Crush. We had what did we have? Oh, we had the Cuban boxing style was first, and then we had the Mexican boxing style. Last week was the Eastern European. This week's going to be that slick African-American style. That's a hard style to beat when you're on point. Like a Floyd or somebody like that. But we're going to talk about it tomorrow. Thursday is Oregon, boxing in the States, Oregon. Friday is Vitaly Klitschko. We're going to do both Klitschko brothers, but first is Vitaly. And then the next few weeks after that, we got the life and career of Don King. Then the week after that's going to be the life and career of the Bob Father. Because love them or hate them, both those guys have been very significant to the sport of boxing. For some huge fights over the years. Don King and Bob Arum. Damn, I didn't even put the commercial in for today. I'm not going to do it now because I might mess up. But yeah, the meet and greet is 2 weeks from Friday. You still got a week because the drawing for the winner of that ticket to the fight is next Friday, a week before the meet and greet. You know, so you have time to get everything together and make it if you win. So we give you a week in advance. So the drawing for that is the 21st, next Friday. So you still got a week and a half to get your ticket. You know, you buy a ticket to the event for $30, that automatically puts you in the drawing. Or if you can't attend the event, you can get one ticket for $10, or you can get 3 tickets for $25, okay? And that puts you in. Or you can pay the $30 to the event and then still get another ticket for $10. They give you 2 chances. Or you can get the block of 25, 3 for 25. You'll have 4 chances. Okay, you'll have 4 chances to win that ticket to the fight. Be in the house. Be sitting right up front with the big wigs, man. People that pay, I seen one ticket for $6,000 to get in. They got to be crazy, man. $6,000. Well, he's a millionaire or something. Pay $6,000 to see a boxing match. I wish I would. Miss Cass probably kill me. I'd be 6 feet underground, man. $6,000 for a ticket to a boxing match. Man, I would have to lie. Say I only paid $200 for this. I would dare tell Miss Cass I paid $6,000 for a ticket to a damn boxing match. And it's going to be on TV too. Get the pay-per-view, right? That would be crazy. But anyway, let's get ready to get started. But hey, hats off to the people that does it. They can afford it. I can't. You know, I just keep it 100. I can't afford $6,000 for the ticket. So maybe I can't win it either. I can't get the drawing. But if the person that wins it can't make it, they can give it to me. And I'll be in there bragging about how much I paid for that ticket and got it for free. But I ain't going to tell them people sitting around me. I'm going to tell them I'm an actor or something. Yeah, I'm a millionaire. So I'm going to tell them. I'm going to be sitting right up there with them. I'm going to lie to them. Yeah, I paid $6,000 just like y'all did. I ain't going to tell them I got mine for free. Right? Hey. Put my little outfit on. They probably look at my clothes and say, hey, ain't no damn millionaire. Let me get started with the show, man. Let me get started. The junior bantamweight division in boxing. Okay, that's what we're doing today. That's Bam Rodriguez up there. He's currently at 115. He beat what's his last fight? Estrada. I can't remember Bam fighting since then. But Estrada is still active too. Yeah. But I would like to see Bam move up and fight Inoue. Either Inoue and Nakatani or Inoue versus Bam or both. He could fight, like I was saying yesterday, Inoue could fight Nakatani, and he fought last month in January, right? So he could fight Nakatani like June. And Inoue always fights in December or January, so that could be Bam this time, right? Yeah, that could be Bam. Then Inoue go through both of them, hey, he get the props for me. But he keep on over there in Japan fighting Ji Jun Kim and people like that. Man, no, I can't give him full credit. I'm just sorry. That's just me. And yeah, that's just me. You know, I'm sorry. Okay, let's go. The junior featherweight division in boxing. 231. Okay. But how's everybody today? Yeah, yesterday we did that show and we covered some young boxers. I'm going to do a show next week on the top young boxers in each division. Okay? Top young boxers in each division. Now, junior bantamweight, also referred to as super flyweight. is a weight class in professional boxing contested from 112 pounds up to 115 pounds. Now, like many of the weight divisions in the sport, junior bantamweight is considered to have been created in 1920 by the New York Walker Law. Now, there are no records of any titles held in this division until 1980. No title fights in all that time. No record of them anyway. Now, the first title fight in the division was in 1980 when the World Boxing Council, WBC, responded to pressure from Asian and Latin American members who felt the difference between the flyweight limit and the bantamweight limit was too significant, which was 112 to 118, only 6 pounds. I don't know why they thought that was too much. So then they created junior bantamweight. They put one right in the middle, 115. I would have preferred they would have kept it at 112, 118. Because 112, 115, 118, that's too close. 3 divisions in 6 pounds. I don't know why the WBC caved into that pressure. Probably was a money thing. You know, they paid them some money to create another division because think about it. You had flyweight at 112, bantamweight at 118. Why was 115 needed? So they paid some money, and the WBC caved in and created one right in the middle, 115. Now we got 3 divisions within 6 pounds. But anyway, Rafael Arona won the inaugural title at junior bantamweight in February of that year by defeating Sang-Hoon Lee. Right, that was for the WBC Championship, 1980. Then the WBA, World Boxing Association, followed suit in 1981 when Gustavo Ballas won the vacant title by knocking out Suk Chul Bayek. I told y'all way back when we was like at welterweight, when we got down to these little ones, the butcherman going to start. It has started. Now, the first International Boxing Federation, IBF, championship was Judo Chun, who won the belt in 1983 with a knockout over Ken Kasugi. Yes. Then the WBO officially recognized the division title in 1989. Okay. Now, notable champions in this division include, I don't even know why I'm doing this to myself, Elias Pikal, Gilberto Roman, Jero Watanabe, Moon Sung Kil, Nana Kanadu. Oh, here's a good one. Mark Johnson. Wow, that's an easy one. Mark Johnson. Wow, Mark Johnson. Johnny Tapia, Robert Quiroga, Danny Romero, Vic Tarkanian, Kosai Galaxy, not bad. Samson Dutch Boy, Jim, yeah, Dutch Boy is his nickname. Nonito Donaire, Roman Gonzalez, Chocolatito, Carlos Quadras, Tetpov Singwancha, Naoya Inoue, Omar Andres, Narvaez, MacJoe Arroyo, Juan Francisco Estrada, and Sisrakat Soarangvasai. That wasn't too bad. That was not bad at all. And Kosai Galaxy holds the record for most consecutive title defenses at junior bantamweight with 19 consecutive defenses of the title. Kosai Galaxy, 19 defenses. That's the record. Okay? 19 for Kosai. Okay. Now let's look at some of the all-time greats that came through junior bantamweight / super featherweight, super flyweight. Yeah. Now, like I told you, it depends on the sanctioning body as to what it's called, but I don't know which sanctioning body calls it what. You know, I always say junior bantamweight, you know, junior welterweight, junior whatever, you know. That's what I always go by. Yeah. But it depends on the sanctioning body. We're going to look at 10 of the top best junior bantamweights of all time. Not the 10 best, because somebody always get left out, because there was much more than 10 that fought in the division, but 10 of them. 10 of the best. I still don't know why they need 115. It was 112 and 118, but some people complained about that was too far. So they made one right in the middle, 115. Now you got 3 weight classes in 6 pounds. I would think that's the problem right there. Why do you need all wow. And they regularly go up and down. Look at Bam. Bam was at 115, won a title. Went back down to 112, won a title. Now he's the champion, you get at 115. Chocolatito did the same thing. There's only 3 pounds. That all should have been, 112 and 118 was good for that. But like I said, I think they probably paid the WBC some money and they caved in it and made 115. This was in 1980. Let's look at some of these junior bantamweight, some of the greats. Then we're going to look at the top 10 of the top bantamweights that's fighting right now. Okay. But how's everybody this Tuesday afternoon? Still early in the week. Y'all see, Legend had a good one this morning. He was talking about the Super Bowl performance. I thought it was pretty good by Kendrick Lamar. I thought he did a pretty good job. Kansas City didn't do no good job. God damn, I ain't never seen nobody do Kansas City like that, man. Philly was just, But Philly defense wasn't that game. Because through the first quarter, going to the early second, it was tight. But Philly defense didn't give up nothing. They made Mahomes look ordinary, man. Never seen Mahomes look that confused like that, man. Like he was lost. And did Kelsey ever make any catches? Because it got so bad by halftime. What was it, like 24 to 7? Did Kansas City have 7? I can't remember, but it was bad. And I watched the halftime show, then I turned it off. The only reason I watched till halftime to see the show because Philly was clearly going to win it. You can tell about halfway through the second quarter who was going to win it because Kansas City was lost, man. Yeah, no 3-peat. But let your time for somebody else to win it, man. Your Kansas City got enough. They in it every damn year. Stopped my Ravens a couple years from getting it. And I'm glad they got their asses beat. Good. Thank you, Philly. Yes. Beat them bad. Okay. Now, junior bantamweight is the division that has caught its share of flack, right? With what seems like an unnecessary gap between 112 and 118, the interest has been marginal in America and Europe. Yes, it is. It's unnecessary. A look at the top 10, however, reveals a deep cast of quality fighters, especially for a weight class that has only been around since 1980. And all these guys at 115 that was great fighters, they would have easily been great at 112 or 118 if we didn't have 115, right? They still would have been great fighters because they could have just went down 3 pounds to 112 or went up 3 pounds to 118, right? And it would have been no big difference in their careers. So totally unnecessary weight division. But let's talk about these guys. Okay, first it's Kosai Galaxy. Because you're going to see a little butchering as we go through them. But Kosai Galaxy, that's right. He had an 11-year career, 1980 to 1991. 1980 to 1991. Now, in a violent sport like boxing, having power is a great equalizer and the most memorable of qualities. Galaxy therefore stands out as the most unforgettable of all 115-pounders. His torso told the story. With a heavily muscled physique, he boiled down to 115 pounds. In many ways, his greatness legitimized the weight class. As WBA champion from 1984 to 1991, remember he has the record, 19 title defenses, 7-year reign, okay? And from 1984 to 1991, he defended his belt 19 times, with most of his challengers struggling to regain their senses. Now, he lost his 7th professional fight, then retired on the heels of a 43-fight winning streak. Okay? Lost his 7th fight, then won 43 straight before retiring. Galaxy seemed vulnerable. His chin wasn't foolproof, so there was an air of danger in many of his defenses. But his power always won the day. While many might not recognize most names on his list of defenses, the enthralling bomber beat 7 world champions and knocked out every one of them. Yeah, a lot of people don't really go down and follow these lower weight classes, but some great fighters, man. Some great fighters down there. But yeah, Kosai Galaxy, remember I told you, he has a record for title defenses of 19. And lost his 7th fight and then went on and won 43. Never lost again. 43 more fights in his career. Retired after that. Okay. Next is Gilberto Roman. There's Gilberto Roman. Another easy name. Might not be too much butchering today. There'll be at least 1 or 2. Now, one of those guys. Now, yeah, his name is hardly mentioned. But unlike some fighters where some people is blinded by bias because they, dislike him too much. And boyhood adulation. Wait a minute, I'm on the wrong way. Wait a minute. My bad. In 1986, Roman defeated one of the division's greats in Jiro Watanabe. His reign would also be fruitful. He made 6 defenses before losing his title to former flyweight champion Santos Laciar in 1987. Roman returned to prominence by beating Laciar's conqueror Sugar Baby Rojas to regain the belt. After 4 quality defenses, including another win over Rojas, Roman beat Laciar at the Inglewood Forum to register his 11th combined defense. So he had 11. A fast lifestyle, breakneck schedule, and a ceaseless stream of tough fights robbed Roman of his prime, and by 27, he was a spent force. Like Sanchez, he would tragically pass away in a car accident. He was only 28 years old. Wow. It's like Salvador, 28 years old when he passed in that car accident. Jiro Watanabe. And Jiro Watanabe. He fought from 1979 to 1986. A 7-year career for Jiro. Wow. Jiro Hattie and Kensaw Love won in the building. Salute. Looking at the junior bantamweight division today. Going over some of the all-time greats. Like I'm saying, a lot of people don't know many names that fight down this low because a lot of people don't come down past lightweight. One time, 130, 126 was unknown divisions, but now a lot of people, since the Monster and Lomachenko, Tank was down there at 126. Yeah, people just brought attention to those divisions, but still a lot of people don't come down 115, 118. But salute Kensaw Love winning Jiro Hattie. We talking about some of the former all-time greats that fought at 115. Junior bantamweight / super flyweight. Gerard Watanabe, that's him. He had a 7-year career, 1979-1986. When you talk to old school Japanese fight fans, it's hard to not notice how their eyes light up when discussing the ring craft and cleverness of the great Jiro. First fought for a world title after 2 years as a pro, losing narrowly to the excellent Korean Cho Ho Kim. A year later, Watanabe won the WBA belt with a decision over Rafael Pedraza, leading to a 4-year reign that included 11 defenses. Okay. In his first defense, he knocked out Gustavo Ballas. At the time, Ballas had 57 wins and 1 loss. Okay. Now in defense number 2, Watanabe stopped former flyweight champion Shoji Oguma, right? And the defenses kept piling up until 1986, when he lost a decision to Gilberto Roman and retired at 26 wins, 2 losses, 17 knockouts, with almost half of his fights being contested for world titles. Yeah, I know y'all heard of him, this guy here, Johnny Tapia. That's one of the big names from down in those lower ranges. Johnny Tapia. Johnny fought from 1988 to 2011, 23-year career. Now, Johnny fought in several weight classes, but at 115, he won 15 world title fights. In addition, he won by far the most high profile of all 115 title fights in the United States when he came out of with a win in a battle against fellow New Mexico native Danny Romero in an inspirational performance. By the time Tapia left the division, he was unbeaten in 45 fights, never lost at 115, 45-0. His body of work at 115 is pretty deep, including his run in the 1980s, when he established himself as the best young junior bantamweight in the world. After a drug-related absence of over 3 years, Tapia returned in 1994, and by the end of that year, he became WBO champion, a title he would hold until 1998, 4-year reign. Some might protest the quality of some of his challengers, but his roster of defense included some dark horse quality contenders. His pickings were rather slim as an American 115-pound champion, but the Romero win was huge. Tapia's motor was one of the best of all time. Yeah, he had a serious gas tank. Johnny Tapia. Okay. Next is Masamori Tokuyama. And that's right, Masamori Tokuyama. There's Masamori. Masamori Tokuyama. Now, he's North Korean, right? And he made his name in Japan, right? He was 11-1 in WBC 115-pound title fights, with many of those wins coming against quality opposition. Now, he beat fading Japanese great Hiroki Aoka in 1998 before beating undefeated WBC champion Enjo Cho in 2000 to win the belt. He also beat Akihiro Nago in a defense before stopping Cho in the 5th round of their rematch. In his best wins, he twice decisioned Jerry Penalosa, one of the more talented 115-pounders of the era. Now, Masamori also beat future title holder Dmitry Kineyev, right, before shockingly losing his belt in the 1st round to Katsuji Kawashima, a man he had previously beaten. In the rematch, he dominated Kawashima, right, and regained the belt, and then he retired as champion after one more defense against American Joe Navarro. A long reign and a slew of quality wins makes Tokuyama one of the more underappreciated champions in modern boxing history. Okay? Talking about some of the former greats at Super Bantamweight. Sung Kil Moon. Sung Kil Moon. 1987 to 1993. Just a 6-year reign. Now, Moon packed 15 title fights into a 20-win, 2-loss, 15 knockout record. 15 title fights. He only had 22 fights. 15 of them was title fights. Now, after a title run at Bantamweight, Moon dropped down to 115 because those divisions is only 3 pounds. They go up, down, up, you know. He dropped down from Bantamweight, 118 and 115. And he scored a win over Nana Konadu, who looked like he was going to be a heck of a 115-pound champion. Now, his reign would be fruitful. He defeated Gilberto Roman in 8 rounds in his first defense. The hard-hitting and swarming Moon knocked out Conadu in the rematch also, while also racking up defenses over shifty American Greg Richardson, two-division champion Hilario Zabata, and future titleist Carlos Salazar. One of the most productive 6-year careers you can ever hope to see. Yes, 6 years. That's all. Vic Darkinyan. Now, Vic Darkinyan, after a crushing loss to Nonito Donaire at 112, Darkinyan immediately regained his form at 115. His run at junior bantamweight is a case of quality over quantity in a division known for a lack of unification fights. Darkinyan is the only junior bantamweight to hold the WBC, WBA, and IBF belts at the same time. Okay? A draw against Z Goria should have been a win. That would be the last time anyone was competitive with Darkinyan at 115. He smashed IBF title holder Dmitry Krylov, leading to an upset over high-flying WBC, WBA champion Christian Majoris. And he came in as an underdog. He was thoroughly dominant en route to a 9th-round knockout against Majoris. In the last fight, that was his last fight at 115. Fernando Montiel. Now, Montiel had world title runs at 112, 115, and 118. But his work at 115 is what really allowed him to stand out. His first 115-pound title fight ended tragically with a fatal knockout of WBO champion Pedro Alcazar. 2 wins later, he fell victim to the vast skills of Mark Too Sharp Johnson. And that was Mark Too Sharp Johnson's final performance of 2003, right? He knocked out the guy that beat Johnson, Ivan Hernandez, to regain the belt in 2005. 2 defenses later, he lost at a bantamweight title fight to Johnny Gonzalez. But he returned to 115 and won 5 straight fights. Probably should have stayed at 115, right? He still had his belt. All those were defenses, including wins over Z Goria and tough Martin Castillo. With 10 world title wins at 115, Montiel was a real handful in an appealing combination of talent, power, and boxing quality. Christian Majoris. A couple more. Then we're going to talk about some of the current fighters in the weight division. Good afternoon, Melanie Queen 27. Just a little talk about junior bantamweight today. You know, Tuesday we talk about a certain weight division. We're talking about some of the former greats that fought there. Salute to Melanie Queen 27. He's going to be talking about this raffle. The raffle is like a week and a half. The meet and greet is 2 weeks and a half away, okay? February 28th. So you still got a week and a half to get some tickets to get in the raffle, okay? Yeah, that's a week before the meet and greet to give you time to make plans to get up there, you know, or get that ticket to me. So you have a week to do each of those options. You know, make your plans to get up to New York or get Cash Sports the ticket. Okay, but next Friday, the 21st. Meet and greet is the following week, the 28th. $30. Yeah, the $20 special is over. It's $30 now. But it gets you the same thing the 20 got you. A chance to win the ticket to the fight and good food. Meet some of these famous people in the JBT. Some door prizes. Going to be some prizes given out in the meet and greet. I heard one of them was a 2025 Dodge Ram pickup truck. No, just kidding. Everybody can be it. Just kidding. But it's going to be some fantastic prizes given away. If you're in the area, pull up. If you're not in the area, make plans to be in the area. Get your ticket. And, you know, come up there and party with us. I think it's 8 to 12 in the evening. Going to be music. Yeah, going to be a DJ there pumping out the sounds. It's going to be a big time. Still got a week and a half. No, 2 weeks and a half. You got a week and a half to get in the drawing for the fight. Let me be quiet. Mel and the Queen gonna have all the information in there for y'all. Okay, let's get back to the show. Salute Donnie Williams. How are you? There it is right there. See, I told you. Just hit that link right there to take you straight to the Cash App. You can get your ticket to get in the raffle or your ticket to the event. Just hit that link and it'll take you straight to the Cash App and you're in. And BN Boxing News is in the building. What's up, BN Boxing News? We are talking about the junior bantamweight division today, like we do on Tuesdays. We're talking about some of the former greats that fought there. Then we're going to talk about the current top 10 at junior bantamweight, 115. You know, junior bantamweight / super flyweight, 115. Christian Majaris. Now, Christian started his career in 1997. Now, while his run at the top didn't last that long, Majaris garnered a lot of attention from fans for a nice run at 115. It earned him placement on most pound-for-pound top 10 lists at that time, a designation not historically afforded many 115-pounders, or not too many guys at all down there low. Look at the pound-for-pound list. The only one under 122 you might find on it might be Bam. I'm talking about the current one. Bam Rodriguez might be the only one down in those lower weight classes on there. They just don't make it on there too much, you know. A lot of people don't follow those lower weight classes, but you see some great fights. They do more than they did nowadays than they did in the olden days. As WBC champion, Majaris, not many gave him a chance against Jorge Arce, who had not tasted defeat in 8 years. But Majaris went in there and whitewashed him, right? By decision, but he just dominated him, damn near threw a shutout. And then defenses mounted, including wins over American Olympian Jose Navarro. He had a WBA, WBC unification win over Alexander Munoz and a third-round knockout over the guy that beat Manny Pacquiao, Cha Sasaku. Told y'all there's going to be some butchering going on. A brutal upset knockout loss to Vic Darkinyan put a graphic end to his run at 115. But Majaris' work earned him the number 9 slot on the all-time top 10 list at 115. And finally at number 10, for the former greats at 115, Chol Ho Kim. Chol Ho Kim. Something like that. Okay. It is Chul. You see a name with a dash in it, you know it's a hard. You know, like, this ain't that hard, Cass. H-O. I just had trouble with the first name. Is that Chol? Chol Ho Kim. There he is. Chol Ho Kim. Okay. But he's last. And he fought from 1978 to 1983. 5-year career. Wow. Now, it's not easy to make an all-time top 10 list when you retired at 22 years old. But Kim's career was very high quality. In 1981, he was 19 years old and he knocked out unbeaten WBC champion Rafael Orono. That was a big name. I know y'all, Rafael Orono in Orono's home, Venezuela, right? An impressive feat for a teenage fighter. And his first defense would come against one of the greatest 115-pounders of all time. We just talked about him, Jiro Watanabe, which Kim won by unanimous decision, still a teenager. 4 defenses later, he lost the belt to the man he won it from. Orono got him the next time. Orono stopped him in 6 rounds on the next time, right? And this time, Kim made Orono come to South Korea on his home turf. So they each won on the other's home turf. You know, Kim went to Venezuela and beat Orono. Then Orono came to Korea in the rematch and took his belt back from Kim. Then 1 loss later, Kim retired, leaving a brief but substantial body of work. Like I said, only fought 5 years, 78 to 83. Started at 17, retired at 22. Wow. So let's talk about some of these guys that's now fighting at 115 right now. Okay, we're gonna go do the top 10. Top 10 115 pounders in the world right now. Okay. Some of them might have fights coming up, as a matter of fact. I don't think so. I'm gonna move that. I'm sorry for the noise. I'm moving some stuff around here. Yeah, I got a big old desk. I only had it like 3 weeks or so. Mm-hmm. The old one kept falling down on me. Yeah. Fell down doing the show one time. I played it off. I know y'all heard the noise though. But let's go. Some of the current guys fighting at 115. This one ain't gonna fall. This thing's sturdy. Okay, let's see. If I can find the cursor, we'll get started. You know who number one is at 115? Got to be Bam. Who the hell is that? Man, I don't know who that was. Let me see it again. Oh, that looked like a heavyweight. What are you doing at 115? But Bam Rodriguez, ranked number one at 115. Right? Anybody disagree? We'll put somebody over Bam. Put it in the chat. Anybody got anybody over Bam at 115? I didn't think so. Okay, Bam Rodriguez. Jesse James Rodriguez Franco, also known as Bam Rodriguez, right? He's an American professional boxer, and he's had world titles in 2 weight classes, okay? 112 and 115. Now, in 2022, he had the WBC Super Flyweight title. From 2023 to 2024, he had the unified WBO and IBF Flyweight titles. On June 29th, 2024, he defeated Juan Francisco Estrada to regain the WBC and the Ring Super Flyweight titles, which he currently holds right now as we speak, right? He's got the WBC 115. Now, Rodriguez is known for closing out 2023 with a unanimous points decision victory over Israel Gonzalez. You remember that one? Also had a big unification win over Sonny Edwards. That was at 112. Yeah, I think Sonny fought like one more time after that and retired. Now, Bam is 25 years old from San Antonio, Texas, and he currently has 21 total fights, which he has won all 21 of them. 14 wins by way of knockout. Bam Rodriguez. These are the top fighters at 115. Okay. Right now. Ranked number 2 is who's number 2? Oh, Juan Francisco Estrada. He's still fighting. Yeah. He went a long time in between the Chocolatito fight and the Bam fight last year. Almost 2 years. Him and Chocolatito fought in 22, I think, December. Then he didn't fight again until 2024 when he fought Bam. And he's still active. Yeah. Well, so he's number 2. Yeah, Juan is still okay. Mm-hmm. Still a force to be reckoned with at 115, I would say. Juan Francisco Estrada. Let's talk about him a little bit. Just a little brief things. I ain't trying to bore y'all. Juan Francisco. Wait a minute. Let me do that again. Juan Francisco Estrada. Okay, there's Juan. There you go. Okay. Yeah, Juan is a Mexican professional boxer. 2-weight world champion. Okay. He had the WBC Super Flyweight title since 2022 and the Ring Super Flyweight title since 2019. He had it from 2022 to 2024, because I believe he lost it to Bam. I was just saying, remember? He has held the WBC Super Flyweight title. He won that in 2022, and the Ring Super Flyweight title in 2019. Estrada also won the WBA and WBO world titles. As of November 2024, Estrada was seeking a big fight at Bantamweight 118. with the current WBC and WBO title holder, Junto Nakatani or Yoshiko Takai. Yeah, he was trying to get a fight with either one of them at the end of last year. So hey, I wouldn't mind seeing that. I believe he loses both of them. Prime Estrada might beat both of them, but Estrada is old now, man. So, but he's from Sonora, Mexico. Okay, 34 years old. He has 44 fights currently. He's won 28. Wait, no. That's not right. He has more than 28. I think he's won 44 and lost 4. Yeah, he's won 44 fights, lost 4, 28 knockouts. Yeah, that was his wins. 44 and 4, 28 knockouts. Veteran fighter, Juan Francisco Estrada. Yeah, I thought Chocolatito beat him 2 out of 3. Yeah, he got some gifts in the trilogy against Chocolatito. Yes, he did. Got some big gifts. Okay. Next, Kazuto, ranked number 3, Fernando Martinez at 115. Fernando Martinez. Okay, he's ranked number 3. Fernando at 115. Okay. Talk about Fernando a little. He's an Argentinian from Argentina, right? Had the WBA super flyweight title since July 2024. From 2022 to 2024, he had the IBF super flyweight titles. And Martinez is an IBF junior bantamweight world champion also. Right now, he has the IBF at junior bantamweight, okay? So yeah, it's only 3 pounds. I told you those fighters jump back and forth. Some of them hold titles in both in flyweight and super flyweight, and then some has some at junior bantamweight and bantamweight because it's only 3 pounds separate. 6 pounds separate all 3, and 3 pounds flyweight, super flyweight, junior bantamweight to bantamweight. Yeah, I don't even know why they needed 115. Tell you the truth. Now Martinez is an IBF junior bantamweight world champion who will defend his. Oh, he did that. He has previously been granted a conditional permit to fight Ioka. But anyway, he's from Avellaneda, Argentina, okay? And he has a current record of 17 wins, no losses, 9 knockouts. Fernando Martinez. Ranked number 4, Kazuto Ioka. These are the top 10, current top 10 at 115. Ranked number 4, Kazuto Ioka. Here's Kazuto Ioka. Okay. Let's talk about Kazuto briefly. Okay, Kazuto. He's Japanese, right? Japanese professional boxer. Had the unified WBA and WBC mini flyweight titles between 2011 and 2012. That's 105 there. The WBA light flyweight title from 2012 to 2014. The WBA flyweight title from 2016 to 2017. Previously held the WBA regular flyweight title from 2015 to 2016. And the WBO super flyweight title from 2019 to 2023. 4 division champion, right? Kazuto Ioka from Sakai, Osaka, Japan. He has 35 fights. He's won 31, lost 3. He has 1 draw, and he has 16 wins by knockout. Kazuto Ioka. Ranked number 5. Oh my. Okay. I'll let y'all pronounce this one yourself. Ranked number 5. Phumellele. Last name Kafu. Yes, I call him Mr. Kafu. No, man. The chat changed the name on me, man. That ain't it. I mean, the computer changed the name on me. That is not it. It's Fumalili, or Fumalelu, or Fumalelo. There it is right there, yeah. The phone changed it to phoneless. Yeah, Fumalele Kafu. PC is ranked number 5, okay? PC is ranked number 5. Let's talk about it. At 115 currently. Okay, let's get him up here. No, that's not him. That's him right there. Yeah, that's him. Okay. Don't get too much on him. On Fumalele. He's a South African professional boxer, and he had the WBO super flyweight title since October 2024. Currently WBO champion at super flyweight, right? From Eastern Cape, Duncan Village, Eastern Cape, South Africa. 30 years old. He has 14 total fights. He's won 11. No, he's won 8 with no losses. Okay, no losses. And he has 3 draws, 8 knockouts. Fumalele Kafu. Okay. And he's ranked number 5 at super bantamweight 115. Ranked number 6, Kosai Tanaka. Kosai is ranked number 6. There's Kosai. On our left, throwing the punch, Kosai Tanaka. Okay, let's talk about Kosai Tanaka. Okay. Of course, Kosai is a Japanese professional boxer, right? He's a 4-weight world champion. Had the WBO flyweight, WBO junior flyweight, super flyweight. What was the 4th one? Oh, mini flyweight, okay. Flyweight, super flyweight, and mini 4-weight world champion. Mini flyweight, junior flyweight, flyweight, and super flyweight. Yeah, all WBOs, okay? Upon winning his first world title in only his 5th fight, he became the fastest Japanese fighter ever to become a world champion. Along with Vasyl Lomachenko, he is also the fastest ever fighter to win titles in 3 weight classes, having accomplished that feat in only 12 fights. Amazing, incredible. He was a 3-weight world champion in 12 fights. How is that even possible? He also surpassed Oscar De La Hoya to become the fastest 4-division champion, setting the bar at 21 fights. That's just opportunity. You know, the average fighter don't get to fight for a championship in 4 weight classes. 3 weight classes in 12 fights. Come on, man. Who does he know? Kosai Tanaka. He's from Tajimi, Japan, right? Currently, he has 22 fights. He's won 20, lost 2, and he has 11 knockouts. Kosai Tanaka, ranked number 4. No, 6. Ranked number 7, Pedro Guevara. Pedro Guevara. I got some up-and-coming young fighters at junior flyweight too. Next week, we're going to do a show on the top young fighters in every division. Coming next week, okay? The top young fighters in every division. Now, ranked number seven, right? Pedro Guevara. This Pedro Guevara, ranked number 7. Talk about Pedro briefly, just a little brief, that's all. Yeah, that's Pedro. Yeah, Pedro, he's a Mexican professional boxer, former WBC junior flyweight champion. Okay, Pedro is from Mazatlán, Sinaloa, Mexico. He's 35 years old, 48 total fights. He's won 42, lost 5, 1 draw, 22 knockouts for Pedro. Okay. Then we got Andrew Maloney, one of the Maloney twins. I think the other brother, Jason, is at 118, right? This is 115. Yeah, Andrew. I think Andrew is the younger brother, right? Ranked number 8 at 115, Andrew Maloney. Okay, there's Andrew. One of the world famous Maloney brothers boxers. Okay. Of course, Andrew, Australian, right? And he had WBA super flyweight title in 2020. And he also had he's had the super flyweight regular title since 2019. Currently has the super flyweight WBO interim title right now. And at regional level, he held the WBA Oceania Bantamweight title from 2016 to 2017 and the Commonwealth Super Flyweight title in 2017. As an amateur, he won a gold medal at the 2014 Commonwealth Games in the flyweight division. As of June 2020, he is ranked as the world's 7th best active super flyweight by the Ring Magazine. I got him 8. One behind Ring Magazine. Ring Magazine usually copy what I had, but they probably didn't see my listing yet. They have him at number 8 by tomorrow. Watch. Ring Magazine gonna see I got him at 8 and drop him to 8 tomorrow. Right? Okay, now, yeah. 8th by the International Boxing Rankings, boys. See, the IRB saw my rankings. And 9th by Boxing Rank. That's Andrew Maloney. Okay. Now, he's 34 years old from Mitcham, Victoria, Australia. Andrew Maloney has 32 fights. He's won 27, lost 4, 1 draw, 17 by way of knockout. Andrew Maloney. Carlos Cuadras is ranked number 9. Carlos Cuadras. These are some of the current fighters at 115. Looking at the current rankings. Carlos Cuadras. Let's take a look at Carlos. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even put Andrew up there. There's Andrew. One of the Maloney brothers. Twins. They're twins too. And there's Carlos. Carlos Cuadras, okay? Now, Carlos is a Mexican fighter. He had the WBC Super Flyweight title from 14 to 16. He's been fighting for a while. As an amateur, Carlos won a gold medal in the Bantamweight division at the 2007 Pan American Games. Now, the Olympic weight classes are different, so he was at Bantamweight in the Olympics. So that don't mean he was at 118 in the Olympics, though, because their weight classes are a little different, slightly different weights from the professionals. Bantamweight in the amateurs could be lower than junior bantamweight at the professional level. Mm-hmm. Very well could be. But Carlos is from Guamachi, Sinaloa, Mexico. He's 36 years old, veteran fighter. And he has 48 total fights. He's won 42, lost 5, 1 draw, 28 by way of knockout. Carlos comes in at number 9. And finally, number 10, Sitsakat Soor Rungvisai. I think I got that right. Sitsakat Soor Rungvisai. Yeah, that sounds right. Al Booger in the building. What's up, AB? Looking at the junior bantamweight, super flyweight today, 115. We're looking at some of the. This is the last of the current fighters that fight set in that division. Yeah, ranked number 10 is this guy here, Sitsakat Soor Rungvisai. SRIS. I'm putting it in there so y'all can see that I pronounced this man's name correct. I know it's correct. SOR, that's so anybody can pronounce that. RUNG. I hope the phone don't change it. Sometimes I type it in and then okay. RUNG VISAI. Okay, this is him here. Sitsakat Soor Rungvisai. Ain't that right? Sitsakat Soor Rungvisai. Okay. He's ranked number 10 currently ranked number 10 at junior bantamweight / super flyweight, 115 division. I got a couple guys to keep an eye on. A couple young guys in the division to keep an eye on. Next week, I'm going to do a show on the top young fighters in every division. Sound like a good idea. But let's look at Sitsakat Soor Rungvisai. Okay, that's right, too. No, don't make me do it. This is the only one oh, there it is. So I'm gonna have to type that in. Don't do that to me, Sitsakat. Okay, let's take a quick look at Soor. Yeah, he's I'm trying to figure out where it was from. From Thailand. Yeah, Thailand. He's had multiple super flyweight world championships. He had the WBC twice. He had the Ring Magazine and lineal titles in the division. As of November 2020, he is ranked as the world's best active super flyweight. That was in 2020 by the TBRB. He was ranked 3rd by BoxRec and 1st by Ring Magazine. Yeah, they ain't seen my rankings yet neither. Once they see my rankings, they'll drop them. They usually go by, y'all know. Okay, yeah, 38 years old from Sitsakat, Thailand. Wow, he's from the place with this name. Damn, isn't that crazy? Does his family own the town? Wow. But he's had a total of 65 fights. That's unheard of nowadays. 65 fights. He's won 58, still fighting too. Won 58, lost 6. He has 1 draw. He has 47 knockouts, okay? Let me see. His career, when did his career begin? Okay, I got to find out when his career began. No way. I'm not typing all that in. Well, that should have told me when his career began. But wow, he's a veteran fighter. 65 fights. Still active. Ranked number 10. I'm trying to figure out, did I change the screen? Yeah, I did. That's him facing us there. Yeah, that's him facing. Okay. Yeah, that was just good. Now I got a couple of youngsters in the division I want to take a look at, right? We're going to take a look at a couple of youngsters that junior flyweight. We're going to take a look at right quick. Appreciate everybody stopping by today. Spend a little part of your day. Hope you enjoy yourself. Tomorrow, we're going to look at that slick African-American boxing style. Okay? I'll take a look at that. Since we've been looking at boxing styles, you know, a lot of people call it running. But when the Eastern Europeans do it, they call it the sweet science. Go figure. When Shakur Floyd do it, they call it running. Some people. Some people. And I call them haters. Haters. Now, these are 5 super flyweight boxers to watch in 2025. Okay? In 2025. First one is Jack Turner. There's Jack. Write that down. Watch Jack Turner this year. Bear with me for 1 second. Okay. Jack Turner. Super flyweight, right? Now, currently, Jack is 10-0, and he has 9 knockouts, right? What's that, 90%, right? I ain't got to calculate that. 9 knockouts, 10 fights is 90%. He's destroying all comers in a mostly devastating fashion with his ferocious, all-action style. In his last fight, he overwhelmed Piero Aponte, knocked him down 3 times, and got him out of there in the first round, right? TKO victory. The referee finally stopped it. His trainer, Joe McNally, recently spoke on the power of Turner. His trainer said, "He's only small, but he's the biggest puncher I've got in the gym, and certainly one of, if not the biggest punching super flyweight in world boxing right now." Jack Turner. Excuse me. Remember that name. These are 6 super flyweights to watch in 2025. OMG. Oh, this ain't too bad. I got it. The next one is Suzumi Takayama. Yep, Suzumi Takayama. 6 super flyweights to watch in 2025. Y'all writing these names down? Okay. Suzumi Takayama. Yeah, I better put it in there because goddamn, if somebody was telling me this, I damn sure wouldn't know how to spell it. The first one was Jack Turner. Everybody know how to spell Jack Turner. Even I know how to spell Jack Turner. Jack Turner. Okay. Keep an eye out for him. The next one is Suzumi. I know a guy named Suzumi. No, don't do that. The phone always changing the stuff after I put it in. Suzumi Takayama. There we go. That's the next one right there. Suzumi Takayama. Okay, let's talk about Suzumi. Now, Suzumi Takayama, he's currently 9-0 with 8 knockouts, okay? I'm telling you, you better watch out for these guys. 9-0 with 8. These are some young super flyweights coming up through the ranks. That's, man. When I say 9-0 with 8 knockouts, right? His rate, come on, man. I think that's 90. I know it's at least 90. I can't get it to calculate that. Oh, turn it on. Damn. I ain't even had the calculator turned on. I'm sorry. Wow, it's getting late. Yeah, I think it might work better if I turn it on. What y'all think? It's 88%. 88, because low, you know. If he get up around 20 with 19 knockout, he way up in the 90s. But just 9 fights, 8 knockout, that's 88%. That's him right there. Suzumi Takayama, okay. Now, man, that's a tongue twister too. You got to say this name slow. Suzumi Takayama 9-0 with 8 knockouts, is a heavy-handed super flyweight who is fast, making a name for himself, overwhelming opponents with his southpaw style. In his last fight, he suffocated the brave Isaiah Aoyama and finished the fight with a brutal right hook. 2025 should provide the 28-year-old southpaw with chances to make his mark in the division. Okay, super bantamweight. Some guys to watch. Next is Ari Bonilla. Oh, that ain't bad. An easy one. That ain't been too bad today with these names. I thought I was going to do a lot of butchering when I got to these lower weight classes. You know, a lot of Asians down there and stuff, you know. But that ain't bad. Okay, this is the next one. Keep an eye out for him. Ari Bonilla. Young, well, Takayama ain't exactly young, but, you know, he's early into his career in the sport. He started late. He's 28, but just 9 fights so far. Now, Ari Bonilla, okay? Now, Ari is just 2-0 with 1 knockout. Okay? 2-0 with 1 knockout. What's that, 10%? I can't believe I sit here and calculated 2-0 with 1 knockout. 5% knockout rate. 50%. What's wrong with me? Let me put that calculator over there somewhere. 50%. 2-0 with 1 knockout. 50%, right? Duh. Okay. Ari Bonilla, 2-0 with 1 knockout. He turned professional in 2024, right? He won both of his fights he had. He's a fan-friendly fighter who moves his feet very well. He spins out of danger impressively when under pressure. He showcased this slickness on his professional debut against Adrian Ibarra, winning by a unanimous decision. His next fight saw him dominate and stop Nelvis Rodriguez by 5th round TKO. Okay, keep your eye out for Ari. What's his name? Ari Bonilla? Yeah, keep your eye out for him. Got 2 more. Just 5 of them. Okay. The next one is Raymart Taga Caneo, I think. Oh. Trying to put it in there. I put Raymart, the phone changed it to rest up. Raymart Taga Caneo. There we go. Keep an eye out for Raymart. Him. Raymart Taga Caneo. Okay? We just talked about some fighters at super flyweight to keep an eye out for. Raymart Taga Caneo. He's 10-0 with 8 knockouts. That's 80%. Okay? 80% knockout rate. He's another super flyweight who has showcased impressive power with 8 stoppage wins thus far early in his career. He's a fighter who looks to stay on the front foot and work off his effective jab. He's great at mixing his shots between the opponent's head and body, okay? You got to change the levels. Cebuano, he calls himself the Cebuano assassin. He looks primed for a big 2025. Look out for him, 2025. Now, we talked about this guy. He was actually, the next one is actually ranked already. He's ranked number 5. That was, I put him in there already. Fumaleli Kafu. Keep an eye out for him. Let's talk about him again, okay? He's actually ranked at number 5 already, just 10 fights in, okay? Did y'all figure out his name? Fumalelo, Kafu. Okay. But remember, I put his name up there. It's up there. Just go back. Fumalelo. What the hell? I'll put it in there again. I'm a nice guy. I ain't doing nothing. There it is. Again, keep it out for him. Already ranked number 5. Fumalelo or something. Fumaleli Kafu. Right? Okay. Now what just happened? This thing went blank. Oh boy. Oh, there we go. I don't know what happened, but it came back. Yeah, Fumalile Kefu. Now he's 11-0, 3 draws, 8 knockouts. That's not really that high because he don't have a lot of fights, you know. The more fights, more knockouts, higher your rate is, you know. There's a little bit of when he get up there around 20-something fights and knocked everybody else. His rate gonna be astronomical. But right now, it's 72%, right? 72%, 72.7. Might well say 73, but anyway, he was somewhat of an unknown quantity before his sensational split decision win against Kosai Tanaka to win the WBO super flyweight title. He's currently the WBO champion too, and ranked. Okay, and Cafu showed his ability to counter in that fight and time his punches well. Could knock it down in the 5th round, right? And Cafu could defend his title against Hall of Famer Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. I don't know if you're ready for that, Cafu. Chocolatito old, but damn, Chocolatito is an experienced veteran, man. I don't know. But they putting all them other 10, 11, 12 fight guys, put them on in there. We'll see. So they're saying that, reported that Cafu got a date with Chocolatito coming up. Very interesting. But yeah, those were some of the young guys coming up in the division right now to keep an eye on, yeah. So that's very interesting. Chocolatito, wow. Isn't that something? Thomas Hill in the building. Yeah. Chocolatito is getting old, but he's still Chocolatito. You know, and against the inexperienced guy, you know, Chocolatito gonna know how to take advantage of that. So I wouldn't mind watching that one though. But that was the word out of that we got one coming up between him and Chocolatito. Currently ranked number 5 at super flyweight, junior bantamweight. Yeah. So hey, that could be interesting. I hope we get it. It'd be a good test for the youngster, right? Be a very good. And I don't care, old Chocolatito or whatever, that's a big name on a guy with 10 fight resume, Roman Gonzalez. Yeah. Already ranked number 5, too. That would be a huge name on somebody with 10 fights resume at super flyweight. Chocolatito. Okay, we're going to chop it up for the rest of the show. We got about 15 minutes. Give me a second. 1 second. Yeah, salute Thomas Hill. How are you today? Yeah. Oh, there it is. I got so much stuff up here. I got a laptop and 3 phones. Give her ask Miss Cass, can I use her phone? Okay. Don't forget the raffle. Coming up in 2.5 weeks. But remember, the drawing is a week to win the ticket is a week before the raffle. So that's coming up in 1 week and 1/2 of a week. Okay. So you got 2.5 weeks to get your ticket to the event, but you only got a week and a half to get your ticket to the raffle. Because that's next Friday. Matter of fact, we can say next Friday now. Yeah, that's next Friday. Of course, this Friday we got the Keyshawn fight. That should be good. Told you about those Eastern Europeans. You know how Keyshawn was in there against Lemos, was doing all them wide hooks, wide punches, and leaving himself open. This Eastern Ukrainian guy ain't gonna do that. Keyshawn gonna have a little bit more work to do than he did against Lemos. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that. Have a little bit more work to do. But I got Keyshawn pulling it off. Yeah, I got him pulling it off. And then he'll be a champion. This is his first major title opportunity right here for Keyshawn, the businessman. And it's Friday. We ain't got long to wait. It's Friday. This Friday. Yeah. And then next Friday is the drawing for the ticket to win to the Tank Lamont Roach fight. It's next Friday. Yep. And then the Friday after that is the event. Yeah. So we got a lot going on in the world of boxing. A lot of good stuff. Man, I don't know what I'm doing. I ain't even started with the link. I was looking at something, but it's coming now. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to talk about that thick African-American style of boxing. We'll tell you about Thomas Hill. Different styles. We talked about the, what was first? First was the Cuban style, wasn't it? Yeah, then was the Mexican style. Then was the Eastern European last week. American style this week. Okay. And then next week, we might go like to the Asian or something. Talk about boxing in Asia, you know. Yeah. That'll be a good one. But next week I got a show coming up on the best young boxers in every division. You know, heavyweight on down. I'm gonna do it all in one day. Okay? That's next week. Let me get this out the way. There we go. Okay. All right. What's up, Mr. Chairman? What's up, Mr. Chairman? That logo looks familiar.
People, well, they like changing my name, bro. They like.
I said that logo looks familiar. I knew it was one of y'all. I just couldn't figure out who it was. Yeah, it's Tom. What happened? Thomas Hill dropped off. I didn't be moving. Mr. Chairman dropped off. Come back, Mr. Chairman. That was Thomas Hill. Yeah, there he is. That's Defined Arnie there. What's up, Defined Arnie?
How we doing?
Hey, Mr. Chairman is back. How you doing? I didn't know you was in here. You was listening?
Nah, I just got here. Nah, I literally just got here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, T Hill. I said that logo looks familiar.
What logo is that?
On your, you know, with Mr. Chairman. You know, when you come up, it has your logo sitting up there too. I knew it was somebody.
That's my logo. Let me see what it's talking about.
It's got the Thomas Hearns picture. Is that Thomas Hearns?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I said that looks familiar, but I don't recognize that name. Right?
Yeah,
you know, I seen that picture in the Bruce Gas. I think it's Bruce Gas.
Yeah, Tommy Hearns himself. Tommy Hearns signed that picture.
I know who that Mr. Chairman is.
Oh man, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, he sent that to me. A good brother by the name of Daryl.
Oh yeah, you told me about him.
Yeah. He is his brother-in-law. So he got him to sign.
Yeah. And you got the actual picture there?
Yeah, that's the picture. Yeah, signed.
Damn. Yeah.
No, he can't send his original. Yeah. But yeah, I went on somebody's show. I went on my man Doug Rightshaw's show.
Yeah.
They got the power to change your name and stuff like that when you're on a show and everything like that. So I've been all kind of stuff. I forgot he had changed wise like that.
I was like, okay. Yeah. That's all.
You know, is it true that Berlanga is not fighting Puerto Rico now? I think he's fighting in Florida now. Is that right?
Were they fighting it? They changed it?
Yeah, I heard that he's fighting. Who's he fighting? It's not even Rosado. It's somebody else. I think it's another Puerto Rican, but it's like in Orlando. It was told by, I was in a different channel. And they're talking about that.
I didn't know that.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I mean, hopefully he's here. If not, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Well, you guys got. I'm sorry.
I said Matias will probably fight down there again. He ain't got nothing scheduled, do he?
The problem
Matias.
is Matias. Yeah, I asked a Puerto Rican YouTuber, and he told me March 1st, but it's in freaking Fajardo, bro. That's like
Oh, a
what is
long
it?
ways from you.
North, south, east,
Yeah.
like the northeast side. Like
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
It will be like if you're looking at the U.S. I mean, obviously we're an island. The USA is the USA. But if you're
Mhm.
looking at the USA location wise, if your map is in front of you, it would be like Michigan or something like that. You
Oh,
know
okay.
where it's located. So
Oh, that's too far to travel.
we'll see, man. Yeah.
Okay. What happened to Matias and Teofimo? I thought they was gonna fight. That's not happening no more, is it?
Teofimo Doctor. He's fighting Gabriel Goyas Valenzuela, I think is his name.
So
Hmm.
so let me just say this, bro. I mean this, dog, and I hate to say it, but
Mhm.
oftentimes when they say stuff like that, that's just to build some other fight that they really got. They want eyes on the fight that they got,
Right.
and they don't have no plan on making that fight, man. The same thing that's going on with how people use Tank. Now,
Oh, yeah.
Tank is somewhat responsible, man, because back in the old school, bro. Now I know this is about money, but back in the old school, when people ran their mouth on your man, people was like, "I bet, let's set it up, let's line it up." So I mean, some onus is definitely on Tank to make sure that we get these fights
Mhm.
lined up. But these people really say his name because they know they've either got some kind of form of reach out to them, reach out, man, I should say, where Tank done reached out and said, "Hey, look, we can set up a fight." And then they don't agree with the fight or whatever the case may be, but
Mhm.
they often go on and say, "Look, I got this fight coming up, but Tank there. If Tank there and he want it, then all he got to do is send a contract." And it makes it look like, yo, he ain't trying to send a contract because he really don't want wreck.
Mhm.
So it's like it's a way to promote yourself without even getting in that ring with him, so
To
to
like
speak.
save face. So to like save face. I called
Yeah,
them out, like to save, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. And that's exactly what my man T.O. did. He don't have no intention on fighting Matias. That would be a great fight. But he
Mhm.
ain't trying to fight him. He said he's tailor made for him. He said he was easy work. Why
Yeah.
not take easy
Yeah.
work, bro?
And he said
Why not
about
take
Puerto
easy?
Rican fighters and all that. Yeah. Yeah.
All that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah. You disrespected a whole nation of people. And he's easy work. Why not going out there and show how much superior your skill is to his? So
Yeah.
like I don't same thing going on with Keyshawn and with many people who use Tank name for
Yeah.
that purpose and continuously do so.
Yeah. And they know he's not gonna respond, so they know they can get away with it.
But see, that's the thing though, man. Like it get
Yeah.
to a point where like I feel you talking to me too much, you talking about me too
Right.
much. Hey,
Yeah.
let's do what we got to do to make this fight happen.
That would stop it if he started doing that.
And if they truly want to fight, like this is all honesty. My man, Steve, Frank Martin just went and bought him a ghost
Hmm.
in homage to his nickname. Them
Right.
cars super expensive. It's not like you can just drop anything on a car like that in this climate. So he getting what he got was
Mhm.
far more than he's ever made, to the point where he felt like I can splurge and get a ghost. So you're
Mhm.
gonna get paid no matter what. You're gonna get paid.
Yep.
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 So just take the fight. Because you're getting paid off the back end of the things anyway. Tank ain't making a lot guaranteed. His guarantee be like two point something million.
Hmm.
He gets his money on the back end from people wanting to see the fight, buying the fight, going to the fight,
Hmm.
buying stuff in the city where the fight is. He gets his money off of that type stuff.
Yeah. It's gonna sell.
They all do. So they spend less to give him so that they can promote the fight, so they can get so that me be like, hey yo, all right, bet you say you gonna whoop my tail. I'm light skinned. I'm all this stuff here, bro. This is a light skin offer right here. Trust and believe that you gonna get paid. Because if we got somebody off that same light skin and offer, got them a ghost. So you can go run against you whatever you want to, and it won't be a problem. You can go buy you some property. It won't be a problem. That's what you say. But let's go and get in the ring so you can stop saying my name. So that's just what I feel, man.
Yeah.
Because honestly, Tio had no plans on
Yeah.
fighting Matias. Matias is a dangerous fighter. He knows that.
Hmm.
Matias had an off night
Absolutely.
it was still a good fight. It wasn't like he got dominated. Just nobody expected it to happen. But trust and believe, he ain't get knocked out. He know he ain't no
Nah,
bum.
you mean Matias?
Yeah. He
Nah,
know he ain't no
never.
bum, so T.O. know he don't want them problems. That's what it boiled down. I just need to say that I can whoop his tail. I want that fight, and then the fight I'll run, a fight like freaking Steve Claggett will come across, and that's what he'll take.
And you know what, man? T.O. is a very good fighter. If the T.O. show up on point and everything, I give him an excellent chance. But you know the thing with him, it's like he don't believe in himself. T.O. don't. He don't have that confidence. Like he went into the Loma fight with.
Yeah, he's very inconsistent. Like he's got reasons not to. This may sound like wrong, but he's got some reasons not to believe in himself, because when you're that inconsistent, like there's no way that the dude that got him.
Jay Hardcore, salute my good brothers.
That's true, Define.
My bad.
Hardcore. God bless Jay Hardcore. I wanted to say to Jay Hardcore, if he hears me, my work schedule is upside down, so I haven't been able to like tune into his show. So, but God bless, sir. Thank you for everything, for real. What was I saying? Teofimo. No way that the guy that went to camp, and there are some fighters that are like that. Like he ain't the only one, but he's like so different. You know, the dude that went in against Campos and then the dude that went in against Josh Taylor are like two different people. Might as well be.
Yeah, but
like,
but you want to know? I'm gonna say this too, man. I agree with what you're saying. I know the Martin fight is the true. The Martin and the Ortiz fights are the truest barometer for him. Because his mind was in a good space, it was in a better space. That Kambosos fight, I'll never give too much credence to that, because I know he was going through some stuff nuclear in his home that was affecting the way he did anything in that fight. He really didn't want to take the fight because of the stuff he was going through. So it wasn't the truest barometer for him.
The best TO I saw was Loma. Loma was the best TO I've ever seen.
You think so?
I think Josh Taylor, maybe.
Josh Taylor.
Unless I'm forgetting somebody.
We're good. Both of those were close.
Because I think it was more Loma letting me down than Tio impressing me, honestly.
That's a good point too.
Yeah. I want to say that's a very good point, because of the fact that when Loma decided to fight, it wasn't even close, bro. Like he dominated that fight.
Exactly.
He dominated that fight. Yeah. I'll say this, bro. I'll say this.
Why he was scared in the beginning. But the reason why he wouldn't let his hands go in the beginning too. T.O. might have clipped his ass.
Yeah, he hit him with a body shot early.
You can't forget that.
Got him off the floor and everything.
Didn't throw his hands. It's the reason why he was scared. T.O.
Man, for 6 rounds, he was scared for 6 rounds, and then all of a sudden he just grew, so he got some spinach.
He tried to take him to the deep waters, and it worked. But if he'd have let his hands go early, Loma might not have made it.
Oh yeah. UD by Loma.
Don't say Loma. Don't blame it on Loma not throwing hands. It was the reason why he was holding them hands in his pocket.
Yeah,
he was against a dangerous young fighter that might have got his ass up out of there.
I think he hit him with a body shot early, got him off the floor, or something weird happened. I gotta see that one again, but I'm pretty sure I think he hit him with a body shot early, and that made him.
That's right.
Possibly, man.
Scared him.
Possibly. I just know that shoulder, I guess he wasn't fully trusting as well too, man. So I don't know. But I do know that when he started throwing his hands, though.
Make excuses once you sign that medical form and step in that ring. Forget that.
Oh, you're right about that. That's and true. I think that's what his dad told him in the corner. You remember he had the conversation where he was like, "You came to fight or what?"
That's right.
And then once he started throwing punches. Once he started throwing punches, it was like it was dark, and then it was total light.
Nobody fights 100%. Nobody.
That's true.
That's true. That's great. That's great, Cass. No, if you train the way you should, you shouldn't be like 100%. Something's gotta hurt somewhere.
That's right.
Believe me.
Right.
Absolutely.
That is so true. But what y'all got on Friday,
that being the case, with Loma being much healthier later on down the line, I still believe Tito Ortiz is the only fighter that truly handled him best than all the other ones. I thought that you can make a case for Tio that he could win that. He won that fight. You could. It was a slight case.
Yeah.
thought you could make a case for Devin that he won that fight. It was a
Oh,
better
yeah.
case.
Devin and
But
Loma.
I think the one who actually got the loss was the only one who definitively won the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I picked Loma in that one too against Devin. Hey, but real quick, what y'all got on Friday? Keyshawn and Dennis.
That's a good
And I
one.
got the
That's a good
money.
one.
I got the money. I think it's a good fight, but I got the money. I think they putting all the I mean, if you look at how he's being promoted more so than better than Keyshawn has ever been promoted.
Yeah.
I mean, Shakur.
Yeah.
And I still believe, to me, I still believe that Shakur is the better fighter.
Oh yeah, I do
And
too.
he didn't get that kind of push, so the
Man.
push is behind him. So if it's a close fight,
Oh,
I
Dennis
expect
ain't
him to
getting.
be.
You right, T.
Yeah.
I'm liking Keyshawn more by the day. Actually, I'm
Oh
liking
yeah.
Keyshawn more by the day, bro. Like
Oh
I'm
yeah.
becoming like sold on Keyshawn. So, and I like,
Mm.
See what I'm
you know, I
saying?
love me some Eastern European boys. I love all of
Yeah.
them. But
Yeah.
you know what? I think Keyshawn's gonna stop him in round 10 or 11.
Mm.
He ain't getting a first round
And the same
knockout
for
though.
Jack Catterall.
No, it ain't gonna be like Lemos, because them Eastern Europeans is fundamentally sound. It ain't gonna
Absolutely
be no
not.
mistakes.
My
Yes,
man
sir.
said it's gonna be a first round knockout. He said he
Who
called
said
it a
that?
first round knockout.
Yeah, I
First
heard him
round.
say that. I mean,
You gonna
He
give
damn.
him in
said,
the first round? Who said it?
yeah,
On it?
yeah. I think it's
Who
gonna be a
said
good
10th
fight,
round?
but I do believe Keyshawn will win. I think that he would definitely win, but if it's close, I still believe he's gonna win.
What you said? 10th round? You fine on it? You said first?
Yeah, he said
No,
first.
10th.
Oh,
10th or 11th. No,
that's
Keyshawn
what I
said
thought.
first.
Keyshawn
I
said
said,
first.
Oh, Keyshawn.
yeah. I got Keyshawn stopping in 10 or 11 late.
Okay.
And I got Jack Catterall in the other one. I liked Jack Catterall a lot, bro.
Is Jack on that card?
No, the day after. I think
Oh, the day
they
after.
fight the one
Oh,
day
that's
and the day
right.
after is the other
Yeah,
one.
That's
DAZN
Barbosa,
got
right?
3 cards.
Is it
DAZN got
Barbosa,
3
right?
cards this week.
Arnold
Yeah,
Barbosa?
yeah,
Okay.
Barbosa.
I forgot
Exactly.
about that one.
Arnold,
I forgot about that one. Damn.
Catterall.
Good weekend.
I think UD. I'm gonna say UD. I don't think Catterall can stop him.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think, yeah, I got Catterall in it though. UD. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. I got Keyshawn.
Gato.
I got Keyshawn. If he stops him, I think you're right, on. It'll be late if he stops him.
Yeah.
If he
Yeah, I'm
stops
going
him,
for that
then
one. For sure.
if he stops him, then dog, that just puts the
You didn't give us your
promotion.
prediction, T-Hill.
Oh, I got
If he
Keyshawn.
stops him,
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I got
Hey,
Keyshawn.
we got to give him.
I want to say by decision,
Yeah.
but I could see a late stoppage. If he's able to counter, you know, the cornering, the angling, and the craftiness that your boy brings, he probably could do that. But Baranchyk ain't easy to deal with, man. So
No.
No,
you know,
not at all. No Eastern European fighter is easy to deal with. Maybe I'm
None of them.
hyperbolic here, but man,
None
they're
of them.
that good.
I talked
Yeah.
about them last week, remember?
Fellas,
Last week.
oh yeah,
Absolutely.
great show.
So yeah, none of them. They're not
So
gonna.
I gotta go, fellas.
They're not gonna make no mistakes.
All right, Define
You're gonna have to
Iron.
go in there and
Have a
take
good
them
one.
right.
God
And-
bless, fellas. Catch y'all
Thank
later,
you.
okay?
Thank you, Fran. I'm gonna say this before we go, and then I'm gonna let you give it to you, T. Hill. Eastern Europeans not gonna make no mistakes, and they're good at capitalizing on their opponent's mistakes. You know. So, yeah, you still there, T. Hill?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. Yes, but I
I'm
think
listening.
the Europeans they're not gonna make a whole bunch of mistakes, but they're good
Yeah,
on
they're
capitalizing
disciplined.
on their opponent's
Yeah, they're
mistakes.
disciplined, and
Yeah.
one thing about them too is that they're well-rounded, man. The
Yeah.
one thing that
Yeah.
I think would benefit him greater in this fight is if he could actually have a little bit more pepper on his punches.
Yeah.
Now, make no mistake about it, he hits hard enough to mark up his opponent.
Mhm.
So he definitely hits hard. He just doesn't have like that type of hit punch that will stop you in your tracks. Be like, oh shoot, I don't know if I really want to go up in there and risk it. So that being the case, man, I think that you follow the money.
Yeah.
Then the money is behind.
He
The
ain't
money.
no close fight, T. Hill.
No, he ain't getting no close fight. So if it's, and you know, honestly, bro, I'm gonna be real shocked with you. The last time I said that, I was wrong too. I thought that Devin wouldn't win a close fight with Loma.
Yeah.
You know, they gave it to him.
Yep. They
And
sure did. I just knew
so
Loma had that one. When the way they ended, I said, "Oh yeah." And they said,
so
"Devin, that was unbelievable, man." You know?
yeah, so I feel like the only way they give him a close fight, if it's a close fight and it's debatable, is to
Yeah.
make up for that Loma decision. But other
Oh,
than that,
that's right. You
I
can't
think
always gotta think
the
about
money is, yeah, exactly, and the money is with Keyshawn right now. He is the
it.
wave. Even my man Define Orange says, hey, he making me a believer. I'm
Mm-hmm.
starting to believe in him, and I
Yeah.
mean, he
And keep
got a
going,
lot of
man.
skill. He got a lot of skill.
Yeah, he sells, man. He what the people want to see. He talk,
Exactly.
you know, he
Ex-
popular. He a popular guy, man. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna
Got
be
that
real with you,
walk.
Cass. This long time ago, man. You remember the commercial for Carl's Jr. where the girl was all hot? I mean, not her. I mean, the guy was sitting in the basketball gym on the bleachers, and he was eating. He pulled out the burger out the bag, and
Oh yeah. Yeah.
the burger was huge, juicy,
Right.
and full of
Right.
cheese and all.
Right.
Man, because of that commercial, bro, I went and got that burger. When I got that burger looked nothing like that. I was eating, man.
Yo,
I
you
was eating.
expecting the same burger.
But that commercial sold many people
Yeah.
on that burger, bro.
I get your
That
point.
was that was genius. And the amount of money they went up in there, it caused for people to say, look, yo, I gotta go check this burger out.
That's right.
And you know, some places maybe the burger was better than the one I got, but the one I got wasn't what I saw.
But even for the ones that wasn't like that, they still got paid for it. You know,
They did.
still made the
They
money.
did. They did, and that burger is still on the menu till this day. So with that being said, I follows the money, bro.
Yeah, we gotta get ready to get out of here, T Hill. You gonna take us on out?
All right, man. Shout out to my main man, Cass Sports, the box historian. Always giving you a big lesson in boxing history, where you know what, you can find out what truly boxing is all about, what it was meant to be, and hopefully what it gets back to. Shout out to my good brother Jay Hardcore from Hardcore Boxing News. Shout out to the good brother Mike Mazik, the champ, the queen, the moderator, Melanin Queen 27, aka Miss Shara Whitley. Blessings to her. Always give her a holler because she does such a fine job. Shout out to Boxing Talk with Banky and Jay Hardcore. Man, Banky Pound, man, looking for that movie deal because his life is like a movie. Shout out to the good brother Define Irony One, our Puerto Rican Connect, man. Hopefully we can get everything going so he can be sideline reporting that good thing we call boxing out there at that card they got there. Shout out to the good brother being Boxing News, man, stopping by, giving us the prescription of that good boxing talk. You can only find the pharmacist on BN Boxing News, the boxing pharmacist. Donnie Williams in here. Shout out to him, the nephew, Jareel Hadi, Kensaw Love One, Mike Rim, Crush, the Mickey Fricky legend. And for those who just sat there and listen, man, we hope you enjoy. If you're listening on the playback, man, we want you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, man, because you talk, Cass talk back. And shout out to boxing, man. We got a good one coming up this week. And I'm out.
I'm sorry. Okay, with that, we are out. Shout out to Thomas, the legendary Thomas Hill. Everybody have a great day.